Welcome back to another Solidworks tutorial. This is part 5, the final assembly and assembly drawing. So we will be creating the assembly. So go to new, make assembly from part assembly, and you'll go and find the components that you'll be using. So there you can see there at the top the parts. And we need to select them in a certain order. So first is the base plate, then the bearing. So base plate, bearing, collar, and cap screw. So you'll insert the parts, and there's all your parts. Set this one to float, so right click on base plate and float, and I'm going to turn off all these origin points because they're kind of annoying. Um, and then after that, you want to fix the first one, the base plate. You want the front plane to align with its front plane. So use mate and align with the front plane. And likewise, we want top to align with top and right to align with right. So now it's fixed in place. So the next thing you'll do is grab this part, that surface of this part, and mate it to that surface. And it's coincident. And hit the check. We'll want this diameter to mate with that one, so it's concentric. And you'll want this diameter concentric to that one. And snapped everything in place. Let's just make sure. Okay, so the hole here is actually on the left side, so we need to correct this mate. Go back into mates, go to that concentric and edit, and you actually want to get rid of the base plate and select the base plate on that side and flip around. So now your hole is pointed towards you. And then we'll put the collar, that one to mate with that, but flip the alignment and get that surface right there to mate with this top surface here. And there's your collar. Finally, you'll have your screws to be going in there, but again, you gotta flip it and align that surface with the inside of the counter bore and hit the check. And I'm gonna just align that face with the front of this to make a nice pretty looking screw. And then finally we want to put a screw on the other side, so we will come in here and do linear component pattern and just select the part, and I think this was 4 inches apart. Is it? Let's see, why aren't you not showing? What's going on in this? Something broke, so we gotta fix these brakes first. Okay, well, I didn't like this. Something in this broke, so we gotta fix this mate here. Hit the check. See, everything else is fixed. Okay. So we go back to that part, the cap screw, linear component, and the direction is going to be just kind of that way. There's two of them, so you start seeing the pattern show up. They're 4 inches apart, but flip the direction. And you should see in the hole right there, and hit the check. And there's your 2 screws. There's your bearing block, and there's your collar. And that's kind of how it looks in the drawing. So you'll go ahead and save this. Save all. EJ13 assembly. I already got one, so I'm just gonna call it assembly 1. And we'll create the drawing now. So go up and hit new, make drawing from assembly. Find your template and hit OK. And we just want isometric view, and hit the check. And then from this view, you can go and create a bill of material. So you'll go up to tables and find bill of material and select the model. Just hit the check and a table shows up. We want to show the material itself, so right click and insert a column to the right of column B. Custom property, and scroll down and find material, and then now drag the table over, and this should be all your parts. So you select the model again and go up and say auto balloon, and it automatically generates all your balloons. So you can just drag your balloon, drag your arrow to another part, and see, we can drag that one here, make it pointing towards like that. We got 3 pointed to that screw, and then 4 is the collar. And that's basically it right there. We just need to make sure that the title block at the bottom populate. So again, you have to go back to the assembly and do your property right here and start assigning properties. So material is not a thing anymore. You just need weight and your description, your unit of measure, and let's see, drawn by and drawn date. Where'd it go? Drawn date. So your weight is your mass, your description is CPC, your units of measure is in inches, drawn by, and the date is 11/24/24. Awesome. Hit the check or hit OK and save it and go back to your drawing. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Sometimes there's a little bit of a lag here, so just give it a chance to load. Again, author, my template's broken, so hit link to property and model, go to drawn by and hit OK. Material, it depends on the part, so that's going to be left blank. Scale, again, property, this one's going to be current document, and go and find you sheet scale, hit OK, and check out of there. But according to the assignment, the scale is actually supposed to be 2 to 3, so user defined. So click down there, user defined, 2 column 3. It gets a little bit bigger, and let's make sure that we've got everything. Save your drawing name. sure that that's everything. Yeah, that's it. That's the assignment. So that's the last and final step of creating your assembly and making your assembly drawing. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe for more content.